So we're getting ready to go to my village. We had to put a bicycle in back. And we're filled to the brim of stuff. Normally when I travel much lighter. Here's Dad, nestled in there. Alright, so we're going to the village. Hopefully all makes it without breaking. Alright, so up here is where I would stand on the road waiting for transport. It's still a bit further past those bicycles. But yeah, I just stand with my bag and try to get people to stop to pick me up so that I can go back to the village. So this is where I stand when I'm leaving Chapada, going to the village. So right up here at that concrete place, I just stand right there and wait for somebody to pick me up. We are coming up to my community. This is John Clinic, Rural Health Center. So we're coming on to this small road. It's called Kazamule Road because it eventually you end up, if you follow it, you end up in a community called Kazamule. So I'll videotape this just for a little bit, and then when we turn onto my bush path, that's when I'll record again. This hill here, oh, you can't see it, but that is Chango Hill, which is what my community is named after. I live in Chango section. You'll see it better later.
How far is it off?
So here we are on that road, Kazamule, and now we're turning onto my bush path. But right here is Chango Hill, which is what my neighborhood is named after. This is a bush path. It's actually a pretty big bush path. So you can see somebody's on there up ahead. So I'm gonna stop videotaping so I don't attract too much attention and start later.
Not too bad.
Yep. So we're still going through. Here is a small compound, two compounds right next to each other. I have no clue what any of the people's names that live here, but they're very nice and friendly to me. The children always yell hello to me, or they greet me in Nyanja, actually, to be more accurate. I wonder what they're doing here. They're making a fence for their house. That's new. So these people are nice. Sometimes if I come by during a lunch time, they invite me to eat. But I've yet to eat with them. So we'll just go to the right. These trees. So I'll go ahead and stop again so that this isn't one really long video. We'll just go a little bit further before I stop this clip. Here's some banana trees. Here's another big hill in my area. It's called Wambale Hill. It's the community that's right next to mine. But here we continue through. Here's some cotton. I don't know if you can see it through the grass, but some cotton crops. So this is just a little bit after when I stopped the previous one.
You need to stop what?
I'm talking to the video. So this is a path that I use or bike on when I'm going anywhere really. So hopefully we can make it all the way to my house, because we have a lot of bags to carry if we aren't able to make it. Here's another compound. So here we definitely have to go up onto the grass here, because there's a big hole. I don't think so. I've seen cars on here before. Yeah, if we go up high, I think. So my tate said that he thought a car could come here no problem. I told him I don't think so. I think that the road needs to be repaired. So later you'll see this. We're gonna do some smearing of mud on my house, but right here is where we're gonna get the yellow mud, the yellow dirt from underneath those dead trees or dead branches and leaves. Alright, I'm gonna stop this clip again. If we go to the right. So this is the neighboring compound. It's not the one I live on. There's children chasing us. I don't know if you can see. I can't see it on camera. Alright, that's my house. Right there. Oh, can't see it. The one with the grass roof. So this is my compound. We have arrived. Hopefully we can get closer to my house, because the bags are heavy. But we have arrived to my compound, so... This here is my tate, my village father's house. He has a tin roof because he's nice and proper and rich. But at the back there is mine. Oh, they've already started smearing it. So that's my village brother, Junior. But that's my house right there. Woo! Alright, so we have arrived. There's my door. This is my garden. So that's my house. To the front door, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Paul. This has been great. So Dad and I have decided to do some laundry, so we have to go get some water at the borehole. So here's my water jugs. We're gonna go over to the borehole just over here. All the way over here somewhere. Let me find it. Queen boy. So I don't know where I am right now. Oh, there it is, right there. So that's where we're going. People are very confused what's happening right now. You ready, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Alright, so we're about halfway there. I've lived really close to the borehole. So here's my house. And here we are right here. And then we're going this way to the borehole right there. Okay, next video of Dad pumping the water. Alright, it's pretty windy out, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me. But Dad's gonna pump some water. You have to go faster than that. So this is borehole. It goes deep down, just like a well. So Dad's got some water coming. And that is just a cut-off bottle to kind of help direct the water into the jug. It's not really that sanitary, but it makes the job go a lot faster. But I filter my water, make sure it's nice and clean and safe to drink. How's it going, Dad?
Good.
Is it hard?
No.
Okay. So this is a borehole. So I live pretty close to mine. There's some volunteers who live a lot closer, and then some that have to go a little while before they get theirs. But we're supposed to be, I believe, within half a kilometer is how far we're supposed to be. But some are even a kilometer away. Here's Dad bringing it in. Already brought these two. How was that?
Terrible.
Alright, we're gonna do some laundry now. So, we did some laundry, and there it is up, hanging. The bikes. Julie, another volunteer, was nice enough to let us borrow hers for Dad to use. And the women already started smearing, so we're gonna finish this afternoon smearing the side of the house with mud. So, we're looking forward to that. We're gonna do some smearing of mud on my house. I already did the front. Looks pretty good. Did that maybe yesterday or this morning. So, just making mud. We're gonna finish this side over here, which they started. So my house is made out of mud bricks. It's just bricks made of mud. And then they're dried in the sun, and then they stack them all up and build a fire underneath them and then around them to fire them and make them hard and durable. Between the bricks is just mud mortar. So the smearing of mud on the outside has two purposes. One, it looks nice, so aesthetics, and then the second, during the rainy season, it prevents the rain from eroding the bricks and the mortar. So already, like at this place during rainy season, it ate away at the mud mortar pretty well. So at the end of rainy season, you put on a new layer of smear. You don't do it during rainy season because it would just wash it away right away. This is my house. That orange right there is a tarp. The first year I was here during rainy season, I had a lot of leaks and it was terrible. So I bought 2 tarps to put across my roof to make it leak proof, and it pretty much was. I just had one at the very end. But on top, it's just grass thatch. So it's just like everybody else's. There's my door. So we're smearing away. This is back side, or one of the sides of my house. You're literally just reach in there, grab mud, you throw it on, and then you smear it. That's pretty much what you do. So I think they're just going, because there's not enough mud to do the whole side today, they're just going to a certain level so that it sort of looks like it's done. So Dad's decided to try his hand at smearing also.
Okay, let's try. Yeah, let's try.
So they're laughing.
Yeah.
E-ways.
Willie's gonna start putting some mud on himself.
I was making a design. This is slightly darker, yellow or orange. So we're just making a line down it. So there it is. Smearing there. Village Sister Bessie is helping. So Kennedy, he's a brother. In the back, that's Junior. He's also a brother. So they're helping.
To the school, Willie's taking off on his bike.
Alright, so it's a little windy, but here we are at John Basic School, and we just dropped off some things from them, and they'd like to say something. They're saying thank you in Chichewa. Alright. So, we're going to see how children in the village like pop rocks. So we're going to videotape the reactions, see what it's like. Hopefully they're good reactions, not boring. So I've given them the pop rocks. So go ahead and eat. Mudia.
Yamba ni good. Msipenya huku, msipenya hapo mlukudi. Usipenya hapa.
Alright, so this is the outside of my house, and I'll give you a quick tour. Maybe Dad can come over here so that you can see more of the outside of my house. So this is my American flag door, and the walls of my house are smeared with mud. But if you come over here, you can see that underneath the mud is brick. Underneath the mud is brick.
Got it.
So, and then here we have my dish racks. So I wash dishes here and then put them here to dry. And here we have my laundry line. So when I do laundry, we put it up here, or I put it up here. That's not mine, but it's in Kokwe. It's in Nkokwe, which is where they keep the grains. So that's my neighbor. This here is my outdoor kitchen. oven.
Okay.
So, but don't use it too much. My bicycle to the basket. And right here is this is my bathing shelter where you bathe. In the corner is a papaya tree, but you can go in. It's just basically a fence made of grass and sticks. Okay, so that was my bathing shelter, and we'll come this way to my latrine. Right here is the corral the family uses to keep the cows. Usually during the daytime, there's a small boy that follows the cows around. They just let them kind of roam loose, and then they come back here at night.
Willie on his way to the latrine.
So here's the latrine. There's a small kind of little fence thing just for privacy. When you come in here.
You want me to come in?
Yeah. So that's the latrine. This is the hole that you use. There's a cover right here. Okay, so that was the latrine. And then when you use the latrine, you come out here, and this is a tippy tap, which I've made with different communities. Here's just a jug of water with a hole in it, with a string attached to a stick, and you just step on it, and water comes out, and you wash your hands. So that's a tippy tap. Okay, so now we'll just go to my garden, which is the last thing that's on the outside of my house. So originally my garden fence was supposed to be made out of tall grasses and sticks, but there wasn't any grass when we were building it, so we used corn stalks. So that's what this is, and then this is the gate that we made. It's just small trees, kind of like woven in and then bent back and then woven again. So we'll go inside. My garden's pretty small because it's dry season, so it's small so that it's easy to water. So when you come in, you'll see a lot of weeds just because there's no beds here. But we have just different things. We have some squash and peas, and then some sunflowers. And then this bed we have a lot of garlic and green onions and some herbs. And then this one right here, we have beans, 2 tomatoes, and more garlic. And then this is just a nursery. So I've planted a bunch of small things close together. This here is kale. And then there's also some carrots and basil and chives. And then here we have some tomatoes that we just transplanted yesterday. It looks like most of them aren't doing so well. So we'll water them again before we leave. So that's my garden. And this was the outside of my house. Next. Okay, so I've showed you the outside of my house, and now I'll show you the inside of the house. So come on in. Dad and I are gonna switch, so I'll be the one behind the camera in just a second. Alright, so what we have here at the front is my water filter. I have to put water in it. In the top there's a cover. Thank you, Dad. So put water inside there, and it just filters out all of the dirt and germs. And then there's a spout at the bottom. If Dad can, yeah, you can turn it. Oh, I don't know what just happened. It went out of focus. So do that again, Dad. Okay. And then I have a bucket down there to catch it if I miss. So this is just like my kitchen table. Well, I guess actually let's go back. This is what's called a sitting room. Most Zambian houses just have 2 rooms, a sitting room and then a bedroom. So coming back to the sitting room, this is my kitchen table. So I have my water there, and then I have things like rice and flour and sugar and flavored mixes for water, and just some other things, so honey and cooking oil and utensils and things. And then there's a bunch of garlic that have sprouted that I'm going to plant in my garden. And below I have, it's just kind of storage. So I have candy in one, soup, and then pasta and other stuff, and seasonings there. And those are some butternut squash. And then this is where I keep most of my vegetables. There's some peppers and sweet potatoes, and onions that are looking a little sad. This right here is what's called a village refrigerator. It's 2 clay pots, one that's smaller on the inside, and between the 2 is just some rough sand, and you pour water in it, and the water goes down, and as it goes there, it cools what's inside of it, and normally you have a top, but I took it off so you could see. But during hot season, this right here, the outside will kind of have condensation like it's sweating, and as that evaporates, it cools the inside even more. This is one of my water bottles, or not water bottles, water containers. I get my water from my borehole and store it until I'm ready to put it in the filter. And these are 2 brooms. Okay, over here is where I keep my dirty dishes. And then here's my spice rack. I have some Parmesan cheese and margarine. And then this right here is my kerosene stove. In Zambia, we say paraffin instead of kerosene. Alright. And then here's just some nails to hang things on, cups and big cooking utensils. And here's one of the shelves that Dad and I put up today, or yesterday. One of my nice windows. You can see out. Before this house was built, you could see the hill pretty well, but still a nice view. This is my eating table and also kind of my desk. So I have some candles there, and 2 chairs. Here's my other shelf. These are reed mats that you unroll them and put them on the ground, and people just sit on them when they're, just sitting around and chatting with each other. This is my other nice window, a view of the field. It's harvest season, so everything is kind of drying up and looking kind of dead. It's a pretty cool view during wet season when everything's nice and green. And these are 3 containers I just mostly keep food and other things in. And this is a Hubbard squash that came from the seeds of my grandpa's garden back in America in Chadroy. This is my couch. Below it is just some buckets that I keep my laundry in, and that I also use for bathing. And there's some cooking pots. And this is my calendar wall, and also some pictures and drawings from my nephews. And over here is just a shitenge sheet separating my bedroom if Dad could open it for me. So it's pretty kind of cramped in here. It's not a very big space, so I have a lot of stuff kind of stacked up on this shelf. This is just kind of a junk shelf, and then below I have a lot of handbooks and books. And then here are some flip chart papers that I use for different programs that I have. I have drawings and things like that, illustrating like how malaria infects our body and how other things work. So this is a mosquito net that's above my bed. On top I just have a sheet to keep dust from falling on me. But this is a mosquito net And so I've cut a line down the front and put clothespins on it so that I can get in very easily. And so I just take them off when I'm going to bed at night, climb in here, get in, and then I just close it with the clothespins on the inside. So there's my pillows, and it's cold season right now, so I have some warm blankets on top of my sheets. During hot season, sometimes I don't even use sheets because it's that hot. So this was the inside of my house. Let's go ahead and shut the door, and you can see my door. I painted the top half with blackboard paint, so I can actually use chalk. So I've drawn some things on it. I make lists of things that I need to remember. So that was my house. Hope you enjoyed the little tour of my house. So we're here in Livingstone, Zambia, where Victoria Falls is, which you can probably hear behind, and it's pretty much at its heaviest flow. So that's just a bunch of mist you can see. There's the falls. That's all you can see because there's so much mist. So, to my understanding, Victoria Falls is 0.99 miles wide. It separates Zambia and Zimbabwe. You can see the mist cloud. It's not just a normal cloud, that's a cloud made by the mist of the falls. You can actually see it all the way in town, which is a few miles away. So the local name for Victoria Falls, I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I don't speak the language that's spoken here, but the translation is the smoke that thunders. And so you can hear the thundering noise right now, and the smoke that they're talking about is the mist clouds that are created by the falls. So here's the smoke, and then you can hear the thundering noise. So Victoria Falls, the smoke that thunders. So here we are at the top of the falls. You can get an idea of how far across it goes. This isn't even the full length actually. It goes beyond those trees. But here's the top of the falls. It's dropping off right there. And when it falls, it makes this huge cloud made by the mist of the falls. So it's actually, the cloud's getting smaller than when it was earlier. There's always a rainbow if there's sun. And actually, during full moons, during rainy season, so about now, when there's a full moon, there's also lunar rainbows. The moon is bright enough on a full moon, and there's enough mist that there's rainbows at nighttime. So they actually open up the Victoria Falls park at nighttime the few days of the full moon during rainy season. So that's the top of the falls. So here we have the bridge that separates Zambia from Zimbabwe. What you're looking at here, that's the Zimbabwean side. But the falls actually go quite a bit further past. I can't actually show where they are. You can see some more of the clouds caused by the mist. But the falls go further to the left than where those cars are at the bridge. And all the way over to right here is where they start on the Zambia side. You can see some people crossing the bridge slowly, getting really, really wet. But, so the water comes from both sides, the right side here and the left side way over here, and they all converge here into the river, so it's very turbulent. Let's see if I can get close up on the, kind of see where the falls are. Those are some trees right there. But it all comes together, converging here at the river. This is the Zambezi River. That right there is the boiling pot. But yeah, Victoria Falls, the river is Zambezi River. So we're getting ready for our helicopter flight over the falls. Hello, Dad.
Hello.
I think it's just a nice little place that we're waiting at for the flight. But you can see the falls from far away. How was it?
Good. Excellent.
These zebras, they are the subspecies of bachel zebras. These, they don't have the shadow stripe.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the bachel zebra, on that white stripe there is a shadow.
Right.
Yeah. And also, when you look for stripes for these, they go through the berry as well as down the hooves. But bachel, the ends on the side.
Blöd, dass diese noch vorne stehen, ne? Guck mal, das ist einfach so.
willst du noch? Lass mal schnell tauschen.
Here comes another one.
Schatz, in die Karte.
Was denn?
I think the one backing up's losing.
Mhm. No.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. What are they eating?
There are some sages, the grass underground with some tubers.
Okay.
These are yellow baboons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not here as aggressive as the Chachima ones.
Oh, guys, this is pretty nice. He's making a roar.
See that?
Was sagen wir davon noch?
Another one is coming further there. Another one is behind the bush, it's coming this side.
Do you know how many there are in the park?
Yeah, 15 to 20,000.
15 to 20,000.
How about zebras?
How many are they?
Yeah.
They don't count their brothers.
They don't.
Yeah.
Many.
Many.
Yeah, there are many. But there are many, yes. But the most densest one, they are the impalas.
Yeah, the impalas.
Yeah,
There must be billions of them.
densely populated.
Yeah, that's a big. He looks bigger. Maybe it's just because he's a.
That one is on bathroom.
Yeah.
Is there much problem with poaching in South Luangwa?
No, this time now it's been minimized.
What?
It's reduced this time.
It's reduced.
Yeah.
We used to be worse.
It used to be very worse, too worse.
I'll be darned.
Are they tasty?
Very tasty.
Good.
They're nice.
Is there very many of them here?
No. No rhino. They're all poached out. That's the water bug. These are guinea fowls. They are seeing the eagle. So they're making this noise.
These are bush bugs? Or water bugs?
Water buck. Who's making the noise? The eagles?
Guinea fowl.
They have seen the eagle.
They've seen an eagle.
Oh.
Farther in back, that's a water buck with horns.
Yeah.
Male.
Water bug. That's a neck on the head.
Oh,
Impala.
Impala. That's right.
These are impalas. This is the mating season now. That's why I find one male and several females.
Several females.
Yo. AWSHAII. It's the subspecies of Bachel zebras. These, they don't have the shadow stripe. And the stripe, they run all the way through the belly, while the Bachel, they end on the side.
I see.
As well as the strap, they go all the way down the hoofs.
Is this the only kind you have here?
Yeah, this is the only kind we have here, but they are not endemic because you can get similar zebras in Nikas Plateau in Malawi. Yeah. But in terms of giraffes, those are endemic, only this part. Yeah. And those foals are being born any time of the year. They are not like impala the seasonal. But this one, we can get them any time of the year.
Greater coot.
Oh, another one is coming down there.
There's another one also. Duncan, what's the difference between a puka and a lechwe? I can't see the difference.
A lechwe?
A lechwe, yeah, a lechwe.
Yeah, lechwe is a bit grey, yeah?
No, lechwe look like puka.
And sometimes we find that there is a blue lechwe, black lechwe.
So the lechwe have very, very long back legs, right? Their back legs are longer than their
Well, puku is very easy to be identified. It's dark brown.
Yeah, and these have longer front legs.
Even the horns, they go like that.
Yeah, lechwe horns go more like
yeah.
that. You're right.
So there are much differences.
Different.
Those are spotted hyena. Yeah, in Africa we get about 3 species of hyenas. Spotted hyena and the striped one. Yeah, so striped one being found in
I don't know where the guy is.
pictures we go.
He doesn't really like it.
That's all, get.
I don't know where the guy is.
So here we are at Croc Valley Lodge or Resort, I'm not sure what it is. But it's at the Saskawanga Game Park, and this is our luxury tent that we're staying in. So here's Dad. Go ahead and unzip it so we can get in there. I'll follow you in. So here's our luxury tent. So we have 2 beds right next to each other. Just got a fan. Keeps us nice and cool. Place to hang stuff up. And Dad will show us the bathroom. Here there's a sink, it's just a block of wood, a shower, and the toilet over there. This is the bathroom we have. Let's go ahead and go back out and show them the river. Oh, there's a monkey. Here's the river, the Luangwa River, which is one of the natural boundaries of the game park. But here we have some crocodiles sunning themselves. Hyenas. How close it is. Oh no, there's the lion.
That's the big tail here.
That's how close we are. Dad.
What?
We're told the hyenas are just waiting for the lions to finish eating.
It's very camouflage, yeah? Like crack.
Yeah. Pretty thing.
Civet.
It looks a little bit like a honey badger almost.
Yeah. And it's got a very strong brand, you know. It smells like a skunk.
Alright, so we're in the village and we're eating lunch for the first time. So this is the first time Dad's having Shima in the village. Alright, so there's Mai and Atate. And here's Dad. Let me zoom in. Show me what you have there, Dad. Explain.
Shima.
Yeah.
And beans.
And beans. Sweet beans. So, how do you eat Shima, Dad?
Just eat it.
Okay, show me. So what you do is, here is a bowl of Shima. You just grab a bit of a lump from the bowl, and you work it with your hands, and then you pick up a side dish, or a relish is what it's called. Here we have sweet beans, and this is a green vegetable. And then we had some soya pieces, which is just soy protein made to kind of look, taste, and feel like meat. So, how's the Shima here compared to yesterday?
Oh, much better.
Yeah. He did not like it at all yesterday. Not at all. Alright, so I already ate, and I realized we should probably document this. So, here we are documenting. So, keep eating. Alright, so that's Shima in the village. Woo!